fantastic, and he just seems to get better and better as he goes along.
Successes from the Anthony Morris program has been phenomenal.
In my opinion, of all the trainees I've come across, Anthony Morris is head and shoulders by far better than the rest.
It wasn't what he said, I think it was how he said it.
Anthony was superb.
I don't think it's about a 39-page fact-finding financial needs analysis that predicts the oil price in the year 2030. I don't think the client asked for that somehow. I'm not knocking compliance, regulation and legislation, but I think we've got to talk to people's hearts. Because all of the research shows that people still, 15 years later in the UK, buy with their hearts, and then they use their minds to justify the financial decision that they've made.
He doesn't just give you ideas on the day. It isn't emotional fluff and stuff. He gives you a system. It's a system built by a practitioner for fellow practitioners, and when you follow it in between his courses, it just drives the business forward.
60% of small and medium business owners still do not have income protection clauses within their partnership agreement. That's our job. It's not the bank's job, it's not the accountant's job, it's not the attorney's job, it's our job.
He's flawless. That's one thing I noticed about him. There was no props, nothing like that. He's just absolutely flawless, and he's really into it. You know what I mean? He puts his soul and body into it.
We have a number of specific campaigns that we have used from the course. We've actually, I find it difficult to write to family and friends, but there is an actual campaign in Anthony's course where it actually spells out the letter you can actually use. So we have used that to all my family and friends, and have actually had quite a number of sales just from a simple mail out letter that we've done.
Since I've been working with Anthony, I've tripled my production. Everything he says works. Use it practically. The results are amazing.
It's all common sense stuff. It's not hype. I'm just delighted we chose to come on this course when we did.
It's a blessing to be in our own business. But if we're going to wake up unemployed every day, we better pay ourselves big time. If we're going to wake up unemployed every day and we're going to sacrifice our health for our wealth, because you don't see too many emaciated IFAs around, we're quite a well-fed bunch. If we're going to do all of those things, then I think that we have a responsibility to question our process.
Been on a couple of his workshops, and every time I go I learn something new.
Basically an overall fantastic presentation. Love the bloke. I wouldn't mind to spend a bit more time with him, but unfortunately had to leave. But he was very good.
If I can get your confidence to a different place, if you can walk into a client situation and know, because you know that you're the best financial advisor that that person has ever come across, then closing takes care of itself. But what you turn around and you say to the person these words, and you might want to write them down because they're very powerful. Don't write down they're very powerful. No. When you've practiced your stuff and when you have a compelling business system that adds more value than the average person has experienced from our industry. If we start doing 10-15% of what we share today, I don't think we'll have any competition. And my goal is for you to get to a point at work that you just have to arrive and success is guaranteed.
Excellent. It just gets better as time carries on. And possibly like a good red wine, eh?
Yeah, no, I thought it was very interesting. I like the ideas that use the fire extinguisher and the plunger.
She said, "You're him!" I said, "What do you mean?" She points at Ray. She says, "This is the guy who does you."
And you could just see the whole audience was just captivated by what he was saying. And that's Anthony.
Overall, the course has been fantastic. Production for us has absolutely gone off. I'm now qualified for top of the table this year for the first time, which in round terms is a personal production of over $500,000. Thank you, Anthony.
I have been to some of his courses. I think he's a true practitioner. He gives us ways in improving our business. I think that's most important.
If I could help you and I could add some value to what the three of you said, would that help you? Please nod, because I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. And this has got to happen, folks, within the first 3 minutes of the first client meeting. There can be nothing more important. Because a lot of folks, what they do is they ask for referrals. They've got one foot out the door, the app under their arm, and they kind of look at the client and go, "You wouldn't by any chance happen to know anyone else who needs life insurance, would you?" Why? Because we were forced, because of the stuff, to leave that discussion till the end.
This is our fourth session with Anthony Morris. And I think what's got the most out of it for me is the fact that he's bringing to life all the stuff we know we should be doing, and he's showing us how to do it, when to do it, and most importantly, that we should be doing it on a consistent basis.
I've got a small practice, and I found myself being flooded by mountains of paperwork and processing and constantly chasing things. And I realised I wasn't spending enough time with a client. So a little bit of investment in technology, a fast scanner, a mobile phone with email, etc., and automating client contact with my sales support allowed me to be in front of the client a lot more.
And the stuff that I've learned from Anthony's course has given me an opportunity to open my mind and to do things that are different, because people will remember you for your style, not necessarily what you say or anything else, but the things that you do that are different. And Anthony has expanded from a lateral point of view the way in which I present what I do to the people that I'm talking to. Because Anthony's course effectively tells people, reinvent yourself, be different, give them something to remember you by. And of all the things that I've got so far out of Anthony's course, I would have to turn around and say this is the most salient point for me personally.
I would recommend it strictly on a financial base, where a 37-year veteran can have a 34% increase in his business. I multiplied my cost factor by probably 50 times. Therefore, without question, it's exceptional value for the money that you will spend in the form of actual money and time.
One of my three best friends, Anthony Morris, sitting in the back of the room, is singularly the smartest person I have met in my entire life. If you've not done his program, I don't know what's standing in your way. In my view, he has become the top coach in your industry in the world. And I know the names and the players. And the opportunities exist to work with people like that and learn from them.